Shalom, all praises to the Most High, all praises to his holy name, all praise to the great King. Well, I was preparing scriptures. In my mind, I was saying, well, maybe I'll come forth tomorrow. Most High said, but then before I went on my bike ride for a couple of hours. And then before I went, I checked into a video that was produced by Elder Yield. And he said that he had a dream that he was wrong on a few things and that the book of Joel was different. Meaning that they were judged over there in the Ukraine area. And that's different from the, what is the chapter? Seal portion, chapter 70, about the 5-month war. He said that was different. So, like I told you before, I don't just listen to people and believe everything. I don't care who it is. I don't believe what they say. That's what I've learned to do. I don't care who they are. Now, dreams, I know a little bit of something about dreams, and they do come true when the Most High give them to you. But it's not against Elder Yield, it's just that I'm going to read a couple scriptures to you. Acts 17, 10 through 12. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, same here, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. So that's what I did. And I'm gonna share with you tonight. We're gonna study the scriptures and search and see if the dream was true, what he wrote that he received was true or not, concerning Malachi chapter 3 and the seal portion chapter 70. See, we were four paths of trying to put somebody down or anything. It's not the purpose. The purpose is to find the truth of the matter. Not saying anybody's lying, but we got to measure all dreams and prophecies against the word to see if those things be so. And I haven't thoroughly done it yet, but we're gonna do it together. See if the scriptures line up with the precepts according to his dream. He said he's the last prophet, so that's why I'm doing it. I don't worry about somebody that's just saying something, but since he's the last prophet, I'm gonna see if his prophecies are lined up with the word. That's what's important. He said, therefore, many of them believed. So if what he said lines up with this word, many of you gonna believe. And many of them believe also of the honourable women, which were Greeks, and also men, not a few. Malachi chapter 3, verse 14 through 16. You have said, it is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinances and that we have walked mournfully before Yahushua of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yeah, they work wickedness are set up. Yeah, they that tempt God are even delivered. He said that's what the wicked say. That he even delivers those who tempt God. You have said it is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh Shai of hosts. And now we call the proud happy, that they work wickedness are set up. Yeah, they that tempt God are even delivered. That's what people say. Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride in thine heart has deceived you. You have dwelled in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. That in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Let's go to Obadiah 1 through 3 and who we talking about. One through 4. Speaking, he said that people saying that he gonna deliver Esau, the proud nation. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1 through 4. The vision of Obadiah. Thus says Yahweh Shai, God concerning Edom. We have heard of a rumor from the law, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise you, and let us rise up against her in the battle. Behold, I have made you small among the heathen. You are greatly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Through you exalt yourself as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, this will I bring you down, says the law. He said Esau is that proud nation. Edom. Obadiah 1-6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How is his hidden things sought up? I wasn't even going here tonight, but this is what I was saying. Obadiah 1 and 9. And your mighty men, O T-man, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Malachi 3:14-16. You have said it is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we kept his ordinances, and that we have walked mournfully before Yahweh Shai of hosts? And now we call the proud happy. Yeah. They that work wickedness are set up. Yeah. They that tempt God are even delivered. That's what you say. Then they that feared the law spake often one to another. After what they said, the ones that really feared the law spoke often one to another, and the law heard them and hearkened unto them and heard it. And for those who really feared the law, not the ones that was talking about Esau going to be delivered, then they that feared the law spoke often one to another, and the law hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the law and that thought upon his name. So we're going to use the book of remembrance of Melchizedek to introduce the sealed portion, chapter 70. Like I said, I'm not against no one. I just got to study to show myself approved before God. And because of that, he's given me several books of remembrance that is really one book, because all of them was written by Seth. That's where we get all our books. If you, as quiet as it's kept, the Holy Bible that you have is a book of remembrance. That's what all of the scriptures are. They're books of remembrance from our ancestors. They only been separated by Esau for his dirty works. And I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, but I gotta tell you like it is, man. If you going against the word of the Most High, you are Uncle Ruckus. I'm not talking about LDIU, I'm talking anybody. If you go against the word of the Most High in defense of Esau, the proud nation that defiles the name of the Most High God, then you are Uncle Ruckus. I'm gonna read a little bit out of Alma chapter 12. Because the sealed portion tells us, because it's a great thing going around that we got the full truth, the whole 100% truth. Groups say that. And then some people say, well, you can't have the 100% truth. The sealed portion says, for those who he has given that seeks his face and has a mind towards him, he said to them, he will give them a book of remembrance, and that's all of these books we have, including the Bible, that will add up to one truth. Line by line, precept on precept. He said, and for these that have all these books that I've sent, even though they have what you say they have bone them, that's just Esau putting stuff in there. And the Most High allowed it to happen so that the people that is really not seeking his face will be confounded as a stumbling blocks. But for those who seek the Most High face, he said, I've given you a book of remembrance. But let's go on to chapter 12 for a couple of verses before I get to Job 3. And I'm using the Book of Mormon renditions of these scriptures that gives us the precepts that go along with it for the true latter-day saints. Alma chapter 12, verse 1. Now Alma, seeing that the words of Amalek had silenced Zizram, for it beheld that everything I got a precept to it, but because of a lack of time, and I'm not trying to have a whole several hours of video, I'm going to straight to points. That's why I'm not going to read all the precepts. When I get there, I'm going to give you the precepts of what I'm looking for. Now Alma, seeing that the words of Amalek had silenced Zizram, for he beheld that Amalek had caught him in his lyings and deceivings to destroy him. And seeing that he began to tremble under a consciousness of his guilt, he opened his mouth and began to speak unto him and to establish the words of Amalek. And to explain things beyond, or to see what I'm reading to you right now is things I just got a few minutes ago. I didn't even have these prepared already. This was just given to me right before I turned this video on. He began to tremble under consciousness of his guilt. He opened his mouth and began to speak unto him to establish the words of Amalek, and to explain things beyond, or to unfold the scriptures beyond that which Amalek had done. See? Unfolding words and scriptures to bring out the whole truth of the matter, not just things that was brought out to fit your purpose or your agenda. And I'm not talking about Elder Ayil right here. I'm talking about everybody. Anybody that does this. But because Elder Ayil brought out this dream, all I'm doing is studying to show myself approved before you, and that you can see too, whether this dream was true or not. We're going to see, because we're going to go over the scriptures. Like I said, I have not thoroughly gone over it yet, but I'm going to do it with you right before your hearing. Now the words that Alma spake unto Zizrum were heard by the people round about, for the multitude was great. And he spake on this wise. Now Zizrum, seeing that he thought that though he had been taken in the lying and craftiness, for thou hast not lied unto men only, but thou hast lied unto God. For behold, he knows all your thoughts. And though that thy thoughts are made known unto us by his Spirit, and you see it that we know that your plan was a very subtle plan, as to the subtlety of the devil, for to lie and to deceive this people, that you might have set them against us, to revile us and to cast us out. Now this was the plan of your adversary, and he has exercised his power in you. Now I would that you should remember that what I say unto you, I say unto all. And behold, I say unto you all that was a snare of the adversary, which he has laid to catch this people, that he might bring you unto subjection unto him, that he might encircle you about his chains, that he might chain you down to everlasting destruction according to the power of his captivity. Now when Alma had spoken these words, Zizrum began to tremble more exceedingly, but he was convinced more and more of the power of God. And he was also convinced that Alma and Amalek had a knowledge of him. For he was convinced that they knew the thoughts and intents of his heart. For power was given unto them that they might know of these things according to the spirit of prophecy. And Zizrum began to inquire of them diligently, that he might know more concerning the kingdom of God. And he said unto Alma, what does this mean which Alma has spoken concerning the resurrection of the dead? That all shall rise from the dead, but both the just and the unjust are brought to stand before God to be judged according to their works. And now Alma began to expound on these things unto him, saying, it is given to many to know. Now we're going to go to the precepts. Daniel 1:17. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill and all learning and wisdom. All learning and wisdom. See, with man is impossible, with God all things are possible. He said that for those who seek him and they're righteous, he called clerical righteous. He said he's gonna give you all the knowledge, to know all the wisdom, to know all of the mysteries of God. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill and all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. So we're talking about dreams. Now Alma began to expound these things unto him, saying, it was given to many to know the mysteries of God. Alma 26 and 22. Yeah. He that repenteth and exercises faith and bringeth forth good works, and prayeth continually without ceasing, unto such it is given to know the mysteries of God. Yeah. Unto such it shall be given to reveal things which never have been revealed. Yeah. And it shall be given unto such to bring thousands of souls to repentance, even as has been given unto us to bring these our brethren to repentance. Mysteries of godliness. Nevertheless, they are laid under the strict command that they shall not impart only according to the portion of his word, which he does grant unto the children of men according to the heed of a diligence which they give unto him. Only. John 16 and 12. I have yet many things to say unto you, but you cannot bear them now. That's what John said. But they didn't have the fullness of the gospel before now, in our time. That's why he said, for those who are diligent to seek my face, he said, to them I've given them a book of remembrance. Some people don't accept the book of remembrance, so you can't, it's impossible for you to know. See, that's the doing of the Most High. A lot of times when we're saying things before the time, we come out to find out later, we condemned ourselves through our own words. And I don't believe in that. That's why he didn't give it to you. Or if you did have it, he said, if you had it and then you don't receive it, he said, he'd take away that you did know. Alma 29 and 8. For behold, Yahweh Shai does grant unto all nations of their own nation and tongue to teach his word. Yeah, in wisdom. He's talking about Israel. Because Paul said the teaching is belong to the Israelites. He didn't give it to the other nations to teach his word. Just going to hit a few scriptures for you. I'm going to go back. Ezekiel 13. I'm going to read down 1 through 20, 23. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel, that prophesy and say, you unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts. Hear you the word of the law. See, some has caused people's hearts to go astray, just like in the times of King David's son Solomon. Solomon loved many strange women. And they called Solomon the heir and turned his heart away from the Most High. He started prophesying lies because it came out of his own heart, because he had this love for these strange women who love strange gods. Just going with the spirit lead. Ezekiel 13, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy and say you unto them that prophesy to their own hearts. Hear you the words of the law. Thus says the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. See, I wouldn't even, see, you can see I didn't what's it called? Meditate on this word, because I just thought about it right now. That means the Most High gave it to me right now. Whoever it fits, it fits. I don't know who I'm talking to. Thus says Yahweh Shai, God, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own hearts and have seen nothing. O Israel, your prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. You have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedges of the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh Shai, the law. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the law said, and the law has not seen them, has not sent them. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I gotta just tell it like it is. I gotta speak it. You gotta take it how you take it. But I'm not out against nobody. That's why when they asked me, and some did, I didn't say nothing bad about nobody. They just asked, when they asked me, I said I didn't see no precepts that told me that the Most High was coming back December 30th or 28th or nothing like that. I didn't see no precepts. But I do know one thing, the Mormon Church of Latter-day Saints who are not Israelites, that's what they do. They give dates. They've done it before and said Joseph Smith said it. So in wisdom, I said, I'll do like my ancestor Jacob when Joseph told him a dream. I'll wait and see. I said, but in other words, he said, tarry till I come. That way people won't lose faith behind something I said that he didn't say. And the law has not sent them. And they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Have you not seen a vain vision? And have you not spoken a lying divination, whereas you say, the law said it, albeit I have not spoken? See, because I didn't see no line upon line, precept on precept of that prophecy that he coming back on that date. But I did have a revelation that not the true Latter-day Saints that's who we are, the Israelites, but that church has a history of saying that, and it ain't came true yet. That's why even in the books we have, we got to read them line upon line, precept on precept, because they stuck in their own people in place of us in certain instances in the book. Even the term Christopher, which means lights of the Messiah, this book gives you names down to the T, according to prophecy of who is who, even down to who, even what's his name, Brigham Young. But who was Christopher? I'm not talking about no theoretical or no anything like that. I'm talking about if you can give me the name of everybody else, you can even name down to the T of who the United States is in this day. Why you can't tell me who the real prophet is, and you say it was Christopher, the same guy that don't even believe in God, who translated this Bible. But the book itself says that the Most High will allow those he sent and giving us the ability to translate it. He didn't say Christopher. When I first seen that, I looked into it with a strange eye. Because he can tell me everybody else in this book who is who and who they are, and except for the place where he said he wasn't gonna tell us. But then you talking about Christopher. Who is Christopher? Sounds like another work of the modern day Latter-day Saints to me. When according to Christopher, he said this book is supposed to be plain. You ain't supposed to be having to guess. Just like he gave us the name of everything else, we ain't gotta guess about it. But when it comes to Christopher, is all of a sudden it's some kind of mystery. You gotta do a little bit of adding and subtraction and division, the multiplication to come to who Christopher is. And since this is a plain book, he should have just straight out said who it was. Let me know that somebody touched it. But this still is the book, the word of the Most High. But you got to read it like he told you to read it, line upon line, precept on precept, here a little and there a little. Even according to the other books that will tie in and give you some information about who's in the books. But it's all about the Messiah. He said, because I am in the volume of the book. This is written of me. Therefore, thus says Yahweh Shai, the highest. Because you have spoken vanity and seen lies, therefore, behold, I am against you, says Yahweh Shai, highest. Talking to these false prophets, he said, he against you. And my hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity, and that divine lies, they shall not be in the assembly of my people. Neither shall they be written in the writings of the house of Israel. So if you just have a line vision, you ain't in the book. Neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel. Neither shall they enter into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am Yahweh Shai, highest. Because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace. And one built up a wall, and lo, others dabbed it with untempered mortar. Say unto them which dab it with untempered mortar that it shall fall. There shall be an overflowing shower, and you great hailstone shall fall, and a stormy wind shall rend it. Lo, when the wall is fallen, shall it not be said unto you, where's the daubing wherewith you have daubed it? Therefore, thus says Yahweh Shai, the highest. I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury. There shall be an overflowing shower in mine anger, and great hailstone in my fury to consume it. Better make sure you building according to what he said, not according to your lies. So will I break down the wall that you have daubed with untempered mortar, and bring it down to the ground, so that the foundation thereof shall be discovered, and it shall fall, and you shall be consumed in the midst thereof, and you shall know that I am the law. Thus will I accomplish my wrath upon the wall, and upon them that have daubed it with untempered mortar, and will say unto you, the wall is no more, neither they that daubed it. See, the Most High is getting tired of wicked works. He getting rid of wicked works and the wicked who's building it. To wit, the prophet of Israel, which prophesied concerning Jerusalem, and which see visions of peace for her, and there is no peace, says Yahweh Shai, the highest. Likewise, you son of man, set your face against the daughters of your people, which prophesy out of their own hearts, and prophesy you against them, and say, thus says Yahweh Shai the highest. Woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes and make kerchiefs upon the head of every statue to hunt souls. Will you hunt the souls of my people? And will you save the souls alive that come unto you? So you hunt the souls of his people, but you save those that come to you alive. He said prophesy against my seer, but you saying my seer gonna be saved. And will you pollute among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread? Otherwise, you got a kickback. It's got a kickback. And will you pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread? To slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live? He already told you my seer not gonna live. He said he's gonna get rid of all of the souls that come in and out of my seer. Every one of them, because of the things they spoken against him and his people. But you say they gonna live. He's the only ones that gonna survive is the remnant that's gonna serve his people. And if they don't serve him, he gonna kill them too. Wherefore, thus says the Yahweh Shai God, behold, I am against your pillows, wherewith you hunt the souls to make them fly, and I will tear them from your arms. See, the Most High not afraid to prophesy against Israel or Mount Seir, because he is the baddest. And I don't mean that in the wicked way. Can't nobody fade the Most High. So he ain't got to mince his words. He say what he say. Wherefore thus says Yahweh Shai, behold, I am against your pillows, wherewith you hunt the souls to make them fly. And I will tear them from your arms, and I will let the souls go, even the souls that you hunt to make them fly. Your kerchiefs also will I tear and deliver my people out of your hand. And they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted. And you shall know that I am the law. Because with lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad. So you out there around there telling these sad stories that they going into Jacob's trouble and all these different things. He said their trouble is over. But Esau has continued to trouble them, past the troubling point. Now the cup is passed to Esau. He said, but if you don't come out of Esau and stop getting a kickback from Esau for troubling his people, because you're trying to get a kickback, he gonna make you sad too. Because with lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hands of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way, by promising him life. So you promising the wicked Esau life, talking about you got their back, when the Most High didn't say that. Therefore you shall see no more vanity, nor divine divination, for I will deliver my people out of your hand, and you shall know that I am the law. Only, only, 9C only. Nevertheless, they are laid under a strict command that they shall not impart only according to the portion of his word, which he does grant unto the children of men according to the heed and diligence which they give unto him. only. Alma 29 and 8. For behold, Yahweh does grant unto all nations of their own nation and tongue to teach his word, in wisdom, all that he see fit that they should have. Therefore we see that Yahweh does counsel in wisdom, according to that which is just and true. 3 Nephi 26, 6-11. And now there cannot be written in this book even 100 part of the things which Yahweh did truly teach unto the people. But behold, the plates of Nephi do contain that more part of the things which he taught the people. And these things have I written, which are a lesser part of the things which he taught the people, and I have written them to the intent that they may be brought again unto this people from the Gentiles, according to the words of Yahweh has spoken. And when they shall have received this, which is expedient that they should have first to try their faith, and if it shall be so be that they shall believe these things, then shall the greater things be made manifest unto them. And if it so be that they will not believe these things, then shall the greater things be withheld from them unto their condemnation. Behold, I was about to write them all which were engraven upon the place of Nephi, but Yahweh forbade me, saying, I will try the faith of my people. Ether 4, 1-7. And Yahweh commanded the brother of Jared to go down out of the mount from the presence of Yahweh and to write the things which he had seen, and they were forbidden to come unto the children of men until after that he should be lifted up on the cross. And for this cause did my king Messiah keep them, that they should not come unto the world until after Messiah should show himself to his people. And after Messiah truly had showed himself unto his people, he commanded that they should be made manifest. And now after that, they have all dwindled in unbelief. See, these are the Gentiles. These are the Israelites who dwindled in unbelief, they call Gentiles. And there is none save it be the Lamanites, and they have rejected the gospel of Hamashiach, of Messiah. See, the Lamanites were called Gentiles. Therefore, I am commanded that I should hide them up again in the earth. Behold, I have written upon these plates the very things which the brother Jared saw. And there never were greater things made manifest than those which were made manifest unto the brother of Jared. Wherefore Yahweh has commanded me to write them. And I have written them. And he commanded me that I should seal them up. And he also has commanded that I should seal up the interpretation thereof. Wherefore I have sealed up the interpreters. Wherefore I have sealed up the interpreters, according to the commandment of Yahweh Shai. So the man who wrote down Christopher, translated and interpreted by Christopher, can't be the man, because Yahweh Shai said, and he has also commanded that I should seal up the interpreters thereof. Wherefore I have sealed up the interpreters, and according to the commandments of Yahweh Shai. Who interpreted? Now, giving you knowledge. For Yahweh Shai said unto me, they shall not go forth unto the Gentiles until the day that they shall repent of their iniquity and become clean before Yahweh Shai. He's talking about the Lamanites, the American Israelites. And in that day that they shall exercise faith in me, says Yahweh Shai, even as the brother Jared did, because the brother Jared was also a sinner at one time until he repented. that they may become sanctified in me. Then will I manifest unto them the things which the brother Jared saw, even to the unfolding unto them of my revelations, says Yahweh Shai, Messiah, the Son of the Highest, the Father of heaven, of the heavens, and of the earth, and all the things that in them are. And therefore he that will harden his heart, the same receiveth the lesser portion of the word, and he that will not harden his heart, to him is given the greater portion of the word, until it is given unto him to know the mysteries of God, until he know them in full. When you receive these books and the information in them, line upon line, precept upon precept, he said, then I'm gonna grant you even all of the knowledge. So you can, I got the, I'm gonna say me, because I can only speak for me, and for all those who believe, you can speak for yourself. He said, but we got the fullness of the gospel. We have all the knowledge of the mysteries of God. He can give it to you through a dream or a vision, or you can just read about it, line upon line, precept on precept. He can do it either way. But the more sure way is to get it line upon line, precept on precept, through the word. Now, let's go ahead and go through Joel chapter 3, Mormon edition. The header, all nations will be at war. Multitudes will stand in the valley of decision as the second coming draws near. Yahweh Shai will dwell in Zion. For behold, in those days, in that time, this is chapter 1, Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. It says HEB calls the return. Chapter 2, verse 2. I will also gather all nations. Micah 4 and 11. Now also many nations are gathered against you, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. So right here, when he's talking about gathering of all nations, this is all the nations that's going to fight against Jerusalem, against Zion. Micah 4 and 11. Now also many nations are gathered against you, that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. Back to verse 2. Joel verse 2. And I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people. Plead. Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh Shai plead with all flesh. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh Shai plead with all flesh. And the slain of Yahweh Shai shall be many. Jeremiah 25 and 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For Yahweh Shai has a controversy with the nations, those nations that's against us. Those are the European nations. And some even some of the prophets of Israel against you because they're getting the kickback. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh Shai has a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword. He said, if you're wicked, he's going to give you to the sword, says Yahweh Shai. Ezekiel 38 and 22. And I will plead against him that with pestilence and with blood. He said, although Esau loved blood, and since he loved it, he gonna let him drink of it. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood. And I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him. And overflowing rain and great hailstone, fire and brimstone. I will plead with, this is going back to Joel chapter 3, verse 2. And will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel. Isaiah 19:25. Whom Yahweh Shai of hosts shall bless. He said, while he's pleading with them and destroying them, he ain't going over there begging and asking them. He said he gonna get with them. But while he's doing this to them, he said, Isaiah 19:25, whom Yahweh Shai of hosts shall bless, saying, blessed be Egypt, my people, and Assyria, the work of my hands, and Israel, mine inheritance, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. See, but when he's saying we're accustomed to knowing these terms, but we're associating them with the wrong people. He's coming back to get the real people. And he's going to destroy the fake people. Whom they are scattered among the nations and parted my land. See, my daughter is, you can hear her, she's in the background working with the enemy. She was planted here as a informant and an enemy. I love her, but it's disheartening to know that she would allow herself to be used in such a manner. And that's what I'm telling you, because in case you hear her in the background, she does a lot. Become loud and boisterous and different things to try to be a distraction. But right now she's working with them, but I can't do nothing about it. What I'm gonna do? Most I'm gonna deal with it. That's the time we're living in right now. When he said, enemies should be those of your own household. We in that time right now. Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah. And that's my youngest daughter, not my oldest daughter. You know, because I don't want to give my oldest daughter a bad name. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily reward. Will you render me a recompense? And if you reward me swiftly and speedily, will I return your reward upon your own head? Recompense. Deuteronomy 32 and 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time. See, it's only in due time. That's why I'm being patient. Because now they think they got the upper hand. Because Satan has deceived them to think that although they've encamped around about us using all, whether friend or foe, they think they have the upper hand. But the Most High says it's just a matter of time. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things that shall come upon them make haste. Speedily will I return your reward upon your own head. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children of Judah and of the children of Jerusalem you have sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense, your reward upon your own head. He said, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. So you're going to be slaves. He's telling you, you're going to be slaves. And they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off. For the law has spoken it. Proclaim you this among the Gentiles. See, that's what I'm doing. You mad at me, and he just told me to tell you what he's going to do to you. And I'm even telling Israel to stop being a sucker for a piece of strange change. He said, because you clinging to them, he going to do you like that too. He's going to destroy you. You're Uncle Ruckus. You Uncle Ruckus or Aunt Ruckus? Prepare war. War. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You got to be prayerful, Israel, about this time, because people are not who they pretend they seem to be, man. I was out there riding my bike, and I'm telling you the truth according to what I saw. I don't know if it was true or not, but I saw it. I'm riding my bike, and I saw this European dude running. He's always out there, doing what he's doing. Every time I'm out there, he come out. He's an old guy, but he's always doing power walking, like how they be walking real fast. And I looked at him real close when I got up on him. And this dude put a devil's advocate on me. You know the scene where the woman looked at the woman and she had a demon face and then it turned back normal? That really happened to me tonight. I didn't get scared or nothing like that, but I was like, oh, I see what's going on though. That's who you got out among you right now. This is the end time. The very end. You allowed to see anything now. strong. 2 Corinthians 12:10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities and in reproaches, in necessities. Necessity. He said he take pleasure in necessities. By necessity, we got to tell you that you are the heirs. That over 150 years ago, we treated you like chattel. And we note and recognize that that was a criminal act. That's what the Roman Catholic Pope said, that after he took the Vicar of Christ off his name and the King of the North off his name, off his title. 2 Corinthians 12:10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Messiah's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Hebrew 11:34. Quench the violence of fire, escape the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, wax violent in fight. Turn to flight the armies of the aliens. Ether 12:27. And if men come unto me, I will show unto them their weakness. I give unto men weakness that they may be humble. And my grace is sufficient for all men that humble themselves before me. For if they humble themselves before me and have faith in me, then I will make weak things become strong unto them. Doctrine and Covenants 50:16. Behold, you shall answer this question yourselves. Nevertheless, I will be merciful unto you. He that is weak among you hereafter shall be made strong. Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause your mighty ones to come down, O law. Mighty. Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. He's calling us the mighty ones. He's made us strong. I've also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened. Heathen. That's the nation that fought against Israel, that was confederate against Israel. And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So that's where they at right now, right? Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, the judge. And who else is most high? Yahweh Shai is his people. The 144,000 high priests, judges. Joel 3:13. Put you in the sickle. Alma 26:5. Behold, the field was ripe, and blessed are you, for you did thrust in the sickle and did reap with your might. Yeah. See, we're the ones that's reaping. We're the angels that's reaping right now. We're sticking in the sickle right now because the field is ripe. The word is going out. The people who will hear will hear. That's why we're sticking in the sickle to separate the righteous from the wicked. Right now, we are those angels. Behold, the field was ripe, and blessed are you, for you did thrust in the sickle, and did reap with your might. Yeah, all the day long did you labor. And behold, the number of your sheaves, and they shall be gathered into the garner. that they are not wasted. See, people that's not listening to you, that's mocking you, they're not going to be saved. That's why they believe in their saviors, the Europeans, the wicked. Most High let them know he's going to destroy them. For the harvest is ripe. Doctrine and Covenants 6:3. Behold, the field is white already to the harvest. Therefore, whosoever desires to reap, let him thrust in his sickle with his might, and reap while the day lasts, that he may treasure up for his soul everlasting salvation in the kingdom of God. See, there are spiritual angels, but Christianity has made it a fairy tale book for you, so you wouldn't realize that you are the angels on the earth. We're the ones that's the multitude of many waters. We're the one that's blowing the trumps. We're the ones sticking in the sickles, if you call to be a prophet. Doctrine and Covenants 101 and 64. That the work of the gathering together of my saints may continue. And his saints are Israelites. Give you 3 precepts to back what I'm saying. Psalms 50:5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Psalms 148:14. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel. A people near unto him praise you, the Lord. Psalms 149:5. Let the saints be joyful in the glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Israel, eat on that for a day till I come return. The Most High say the same. Shalom.